We continue on with the college football season. As last Saturday, we saw some great Week 1 matchups. However, now it's time to look at the most intriguing Week 2 top 25 matchups in college football. And we're going to do that with New York Post sports reporter Zach Braziller, who is all about football right now, college football, professional football. He's all about it. We're going to talk some college football. How you doing, Zach?
Good, man. How are you?
I am well. I thought Week 1 was fun. And I want to start with this first game because, Zach, I have no idea if you were a believer prior to Week 1, but Colorado, they pulled off the upset on the road at TCU. Buffalo's QB, Deion Sanders, he was balling out. His dad, Coach Prime, definitely kept his receipts. This week, Colorado now ranked at 22, hosts Nebraska. Do you believe that the Buffs can keep the good vibes going in Week 2?
Yes, I do. I think this is going to be a tough game, just like TCU was. I think they might have some issues up front. You know, that was the big question with Colorado. People knew they have talent on the outside. They know that, you know, Travis Hunter is going to be a top 5 pick, that Deion Sanders can really play. I don't think that was a huge surprise. The surprise was that they didn't get pushed around in the trenches. That was the big question for this team. Is, you know, he obviously built this team up in the portal, brought in 87 new players, but people weren't sure if they would be able to, you know, hold their own in you know, on the lines. And in Week 1 they did. Now look, we don't know what TCU is. TCU could end up being a bad team. They lost a ton of players in last year's national championship run, but you got to give Colorado a ton of credit. I wrote it. Deion Sanders, the showman, kind of takes away from Deion, the coach, but he's proven he's a really good coach. It's not about this one win. You know, he invigorated a program at Jackson State, won 27-6, 3 years there, won 2 SWAC titles. He can really coach. Now everyone kind of gets sidetracked by the antics and the, you know, going at the media after the win. But to me, that's taking away from the fact that this guy really knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's been a really good coach. You brought up the numbers right there, and it'll be intriguing to see what they're able to do in Week 2 hosting Nebraska. And move on to what I think has to probably be the game of the week. You see, got number 3 Alabama hosting number 11 Texas. What are you looking forward to in this matchup, and who do you think comes out on top?
Yeah, no, to me, there's no question it's the game of the week. You know, these two teams played last year, and if Quinn Ewers didn't get hurt last year, I think Texas would have won that game. Now, this game is in Tuscaloosa. It's obviously a massive game for both teams. Texas is, to me, is a legit Big 12 contender. They might be the favorite to win that conference. They brought back all their weapons. They added Adonai Mitchell from Georgia, a really good receiver. I'm going Bama, though. I was really impressed by what Jalen Milroe did in Week 1, albeit against, you know, a tomato can of an opponent. This will obviously be a much bigger test. I do think it's a close game. I do see Alabama winning.
All right.
You know, people have kind of slept on Alabama a little bit, and I think Saban's really using that as fuel.
All right. You got Alabama winning. People sleeping on them. Got them taking this one over Texas. And last one for me, you got another ranked showdown for Week 2. Features 20th ranked Ole Miss at number 24 Tulane. Ole Miss is coming off of a blowout of Mercer last Saturday. Can they make it 2 in a row against what should be a much tougher opponent this week?
No, I like Tulane a lot. This is a team that won 12 games a year ago. They had 8 preseason all AAC selections. They're a very good team. I am high on Tulane. I think Tulane wins this game. Ole Miss has some issues. Lost a lot from last year. I'm going with Tulane, and I think Tulane's a team that's going to work its way into the top 15 of the country here in the next month or so.
All right, high on Tulane. Not as high as you were on. Was it Washington? Was that your sleeper team? Washington, beginning of the year?
They're still my sleeper team. They waxed Boise State.
They did.
Michael Penix Jr. threw for over 400 yards. Washington's not going anywhere.
All right, I'm going to check in on. I'm going to check in on that because I got to check in on that. Checking how our guy Mark Hale feels about it since he was giving you so much tough love, I guess, for picking Washington. All right, we'll check in on that. That is the great Zach Braziller, New York Post sports reporter, with the great stuff for week 2 of the college football action. Zach, enjoy week 2. Enjoy the football. We'll talk again soon.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good one.